Hey, it's Amanda Elo'esh, and I'm here with your weekly inspiration for all of you undercover goddesses who are ready to break out of the chrysalis and fly. And today, actually, I'm going to be talking about the chrysalis. I really love the metaphor of the butterfly. It's a powerful part of what I do, the whole spiritual composting and turning what we might normally think to be pain or garbage or suffering and looking deep inside of it and recognizing it's actually a gift. And it's such a potent connection with the cycle of the life of the butterfly. The caterpillar starts out and the very special magical time creates the chrysalis, and as soon as it's in the chrysalis, it starts to dissolve and turns to mush, and there are these imaginal cells inside of the caterpillar that activate actually just as the process happens, as he's putting himself inside of the chrysalis, that create the new body of the butterfly. And once that transformation's happened, well, an interesting thing is that the caterpillar they found puts out antihistamines to fight off the dissolving. So even the caterpillar doesn't know what's happening, and it can be scary, and it can trigger a fight response. But if the caterpillar's fight response doesn't win, then he turns into a butterfly, and at the right time, when he's ready to break out, he has to work really, really hard to bust out of that tight chrysalis. And it's the hard working that kind of strengthens that new body that he's just created and gives those wings the strength they need to be able to fly once he comes out. And that's such a great metaphor for how in my life and all the clients that I've worked with, what seems to be so helpful and powerful for them is going through the stages of the butterfly, the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into the butterfly. And I wanted to talk a little bit about specifically the phase of the chrysalis. And for me, I grew up in a home where, man, my mom she was an iron horse. She just worked all the time. She never got sick. If she did, nobody ever knew it, and especially her. And she just went and, took care of everything and everybody. And she was always the last one, if she even got to herself at all. She was the last one to get her own care. And I also noticed that there is I took on that lesson. It took me a long time to break out of being a martyr and wringing myself dry for the sake of everybody else's happiness. And I over the years have been getting better and better at listening to my body and resting when I need it, and taking care of my body as a part of how I do my business and how I be there for my clients and my relationships. And have found it's so essential that I'm healthy and feeling good and vibrant, so that what I give is an actual gift, rather than running on empty and running on a deficit, which then I don't have much to offer. And so there's also a history in my family, and the women in my family, a long history of really extreme suffering during moon time, fatigue, losing a lot of blood, sometimes needing to be hospitalized because of it. It's serious. And fortunately, I did a lot of healing with my womb over a decade ago that really helped. And I haven't had the kinds of problems that, fortunately, my mom and my sisters have had. But I'm now in my 40s and my body's changing, and it was time to revisit, because my moon cycle was making me absolutely exhausted. It was actually being very painful, but about 2 months ago, I dropped in to do my spiritual composting, to listen to the pain. And it said, if you are willing to go into the chrysalis, to be very fallow, to just give yourself time to be completely restful and make that agreement ahead of time, you don't need to have so much, it doesn't need to be painful at all. But don't try to do anything. Just sleep, rest, be with yourself, be with your body, and allow yourself to restore. And I said, yes, I will do that, even if it means missing work, missing out on money, missing out on fun opportunities. And so I've done it over the past 2 months, and it's really paid off. It's been amazing. I haven't had the pain, I haven't had the suffering that I've had in the past. And as I was in the Chrysalis this past moon cycle, it's when I realized, oh, I'm in the Chrysalis. I hadn't really seen it that way before, and I realized how important and helpful it is for, I think, everyone, whether it's based on your moon cycle or a daily cycle or a weekly cycle, but to have a regular practice that you set up where you're not trying to be productive at all, where you're just quiet, you're just restful, allowing everything to kind of dissolve, everything to just surrender into nothingness, into non-productivity, into fallowness. There's so much there. I found myself, fortunately, I didn't struggle with feelings of guilt over not getting up and doing stuff. I just allowed myself to drop in, and I got so many insights. I felt so much healing, and perfect timing, right as the Wood Horse New Year came in, I was up and off and running, and I had the energy to do it because I'd gone into the Chrysalis dissolved and been completely renewed. And I wanted to share that with all of you, because whether you have a moon cycle or not, I really want to encourage you to make sure you give yourself time to be very, very fallow, to have a period of time that's just for you to be in communion with yourself. You can add the holy in there if you want to, but really just do nothing. See how it serves you. It's been incredible for me, and I've found that things that I couldn't get to, they got taken care of, and it helps me stretch my awareness out to the whole community, to the big web that keeps all of life going, that I'm connected to, and that will be there for me when I need it, and I can be there for the rest when they need it. So I hope that helps you enjoy your fallow time. Tell me about it. Tell me what you're struggling with. And if you're not already on my website, get on over there and check it out. There are all kinds of helpful videos about helping you to be an amazing goddess, to feel in love with your life, to feel like a priestess and a total superstar. And yeah, until next week, enjoy that fallow time, and may the source be with you.